On February the 5th, 1995, I gave birth to Trayvon Benjamin Martin. And on February 26, 2012, he became only a memory I could hold. I am Leslie McSpadden. On May 20th, 1996, I gave birth to Michael Brown Jr. And on August 9, 2014, the only way I could see my son smile was in an 8x10 frame. Fear is what they claim to be just cause to leave us with this emptiness that we wake up to every morning and lie with every night. Fear, the opposite of faith. How are we to still have faith when fear seems to be the dominant power in determining one's fate? The hoodie they feared on a cold, rainy night, but the long black trench coat on a warm, sunny day was harmless and hardly suspicious to anyone's sight. Their body physiques were intimidating, so the best solution was to follow and antagonize the large black teenage males minding their own business, clueless to the trick who was hot on their trail with the mission to give them their only two options, death or jail. They expected our sons to go back to the Uncle Tom cotton picking nigger era, but our sons did not acknowledge their right to remain silent, nor did they allow strangers to harass them just because their blackness posed a threat. Any officers, realizing that they were powerless and transferred no inferiority over into the unarmed large black teenage males, felt the need to make an example with every bullet, releasing a rhetorical fallacy of power growing in strength while our sons' bodies lie weakening, leaving with no other choice but to have their rights remained silenced. And the officers said they had no other options. While in other news, the long black trench coats opened fire, snatching multiple victims from their loved ones. But somehow fear was nowhere near present for the long black trench coats, holding the large AK-47, pointing them all in their eyes. The long black trench coats were apprehended and pictured on the front cover of magazines with the caption, "Geniuses," written up under their airbrush profiles. While our sons, who held no criminal background, were pictured like mugshots. They fear what it is that they don't understand, and they hate what it is that they envy. Our culture is most imitated, duplicated, and emulated. However, there can never be a replica of the original copy. We are a revolution, and that is what they fear. So they impose their ideology about us on us. Now we like doors whenever we see a black male figure in our rearview mirror. They want us to hate ourselves so we can use that same just cause reason to destroy ourselves to help speed up their mission for us to become fossils examined in museum exhibits. Are black males really on the verge of becoming non-existent? I am Danielle Pace. On February 21st, 2003, I gave birth to Sean Michael Donato. On June 1st, 2007, I gave birth to Stephen Javon Smith II. How much truth should I tell two boys who still get a thrill out of playing hide-and-go-seek and karate chopping out each other's teeth? Should I tell them that their games of cops and robbers have now changed to cops and niggas and they can only play one role? Should I still paint this pretty picture for them that they can be whatever, whoever it is they want to be, when I know the truth about the limitations they will have, no matter how much they align themselves to the posted image? Should I warn them of the struggle of breaking down the barriers society's perception of them and their perceptions of themselves? How am I to tell them to fear no man but God when I fear daily that one day, on their walk home from school, their grape Arizona juice in a purple can will be mistaken for a black pistol ready to blast? What are us black mothers supposed to say? What are we supposed to do to prevent our sons from resting under a tombstone too soon? I call upon the mothers of Martin Luther, Malcolm X, Medgar Evans, Fred Hampton. Speak down to us and guide us within your truth, because our hearts and souls are getting consumed as we beg and we plead with them to please don't shoot. Our sons' lives matter too.
Yay!
There we go. Come on, guys. Give it up. Give it up. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Blend listeners, that was Pace Poetry. Now, the first thing I want to ask is your name. Is that sounds like a group as opposed to this beautiful female that's sitting in front of me. And I like your shirt.
Yes, I have Pace Poetry shirt.
Okay, what is that? What does that come
Well, Pace is my last name.
Okay.
So,
okay.
yeah, and poetry, of course, is what I do. So I just put the two together, Pace
Okay.
Poetry. So I pace myself when I'm doing my poetry.
No,
So.
nice. And so your name is, what is your?
My real name is Danielle Pace.
Danielle
So, yes.
Pace. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
With
you
an
just
O,
heard
not an A.
Danielle Pace, Pace Poetry, and the title of that piece.
Don't Shoot, A Black Mother's Plea.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, so what, well, it doesn't even make any sense to say what was your inspiration behind that piece. How long have you been working on that?
This piece is actually about, I want to say, two and a half years old.
Okay.
And I just, I always spit it. Unfortunately, it's still relevant to this
Uh-huh.
day and time. So, and it actually came, it was inspired, of course, but I wanted to give it from a different perspective. And from what I've been hearing, I didn't hear anything coming from mothers And being a mother of 2 boys myself, I wanted to
Who are here in the
who are
studio
here,
tonight.
my
School's
bodyguards.
Out. School's out.
Yes, I wanted to give it from that mother's perspective, so that's why I used, 2 young males, Michael Brown and Trayvon Martin, and put myself in those mother shoes, and then also brought myself into the piece as well, which I normally like to do in a lot of my poetry. That's why, I think a lot of people, draw to a lot of my pieces because I put myself in my experiences and I'm brutally honest and very transparent.
Nice work. Nice work. So where can we hear you perform?
Every Friday at Dulce. I also have a show called Seductive Orgasms at Cafe Luxor this Sunday. And so they can see me pretty much. And I also have a show coming up at the Improv on August 24th.
Okay. And give us your social media.
So on my social media page, you can find all that information at Pace Poetry. That's PACE Poetry. Also, if you want to hit up me personally, because a lot of times, with my Facebook, I pub a lot from my personal, still trying to work on that Pace Poetry fan page. So on the Facebook, you can find me, Donielle Pace, that's DONIELLE, and my last name is Pace, PACE.
Okay, thank you very much. She's going to, let me make sure I'm saying it right. Is it perform? She's going to perform another piece.
You can say perform, or we like to say spit,
Yeah. She's going to spit another piece coming up directly after the interview I have with this next poet that is in the house. And I know when I was talking to Nikito, he's the one that he set this all up. And this, again, you guys, is going to be a regular segment every second Wednesday of the month. We're looking at 11:30 right now. We may move it up or move it back depending on you all, you all as the listeners. But she's going to come on directly after the interview with Nine the Poet, and he's in the house. Hello.
Yo.
Okay.
What's the deal?
And you know what? We're not going to do his interview first. We're going to do it just like we did it with her. Actually, that's not even fair. I gave her a song to lead in with. Do you want to just go on in?
I'm not crying. It's all good. Like, whatever you want to do, Ms. Melodic. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to do it just like that. Ladies and gentlemen, Nine the Poet.
The city of Chicago. Some call it Chirac. Where more people died to gun violence than the amount of soldiers that died in Iraq. Well, this poem, it ain't about Chicago or Iraq. It's about Houston. When more people died to the overdose of prescription medication in Chicago and Iraq combined, Screwston, H-Town, Houston, where the big city life ain't living unless it's slowed down. Xanax is the big red soda as codeine is the styrofoam cups. People of all colors portray a lifestyle that will kill you as quick as it takes to pop a prescription cocktail. There are tombs there filled with Loricets and screw tapes. Soma-induced comas are the ultimate end game. What has this world come to? Where we kill each other, and while we sleep, we kill ourselves with legal prescriptions, cricket doctors, cricket systems, herd and cattle, are pill-popping animals. In the last 3 years, 1,200 people done popped one too many Mollies. Whoa! I'm sweating, because to say you made it to 25 is not just an accomplishment, but a blessing. Why? Because this chopped and screwed culture can kill you, slay you, just like it did its creator. But it'll make an example of you, like how it did its innovators. You're one heart attack away from a chart song, an automatic clip worth of bullets, a big hawk you, remind you, you don't have to be here for your song to live forever. Sell you shotgun shells over the counter to kill your neighbor. Prescribe generic opioids in the same building you buy your groceries and get your bullets. The biggest drug pushers are the Waltons. As long as you can get a doctor to counterfeit a prescription pad, you can get high by the volume, hydrocodone by the bulk. It took me 3 years to reach 1,200 Facebook friends. It took the same amount of people in my city alone to kill themselves. What does this world come to? We commercialize a pipe dream. The war on drugs is rigged. We are fighting. The mirror, the dealers are the pharmacists, and the pushers are the kids, and the market's wide open. Screwston, H-Town, Houston, where it don't have to be illegal for you to get high or die. Suicide is a sin and it's only a crime to oneself. So I say all that to say this. Red or blue pill, red or green pill, Red or purple pill, that red or that yellow pill. Whatever pill you select, best believe it's gon' screw.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
You know, I do what I
Yes, sir.
can.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
there's
Now,
just
you
a
know-
little razzle dazzle
Now,
here and there,
I'm
you know.
gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. You are born and raised Houston, Texas.
Yes,
aren't you?
ma'am. Absolutely.
I can hear it all up and through you.
Absolutely. I want it. Yeah, that's how it should be.
Now, I'm not saying that to start anything, but
Right.
Houston is just, I'm from the East Coast, and when you hear somebody talk from DC, you hear it. Anyway, let me ask Pace. No, what you want me to call? Is it Pace?
You can call
Poetry?
me Pace.
Okay.
Call me Pace, you know.
Where are you from, by the way?
H-time.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it until she just said that. I didn't hear until she just said it that way. She said town. See, I can't even say it right. I can't even do it right.
Time. You gotta hit it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Nine the Poet.
Yes, ma'am.
N-Y-N-E.
Sometimes I, sometimes Y, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Beautiful
I was talking to one of my good friends. His name is Dominique. He's the owner of Skulls Bar and Grill. And he was like, that's so stupid. Why would you say 9 with a Y? I was like, sometimes Y, sometimes I. He was like, it doesn't make any sense. I was like, well, how do you spell rhythm? And he was like, R-I. I was like, yeah, I smell you. I smell you, bro. Absolutely.
Yeah, get it right.
It's fundamental. Yeah.
Nice stuff. Let's see. What was the name of that piece? Was called Screwston.
Screwston. I got a tattoo of it. Right there.
That means you represent what
Yeah.
you just
I didn't-
what you just spit.
I wanted to get something from Houston, but I didn't want to get like a logo because we're not the best at athletics, you know. So I thought of a screw tape, and I was like, "That's a genius." So
Did you just say we're not the best at athletics?
We're not the best at athletics. I mean, but I love my Texans. I love my Rockets. The Astros might win the World Series this year. We could pull that off, you know.
Now I'm going to talk about something. You said Screwston.
Let's talk about
Screw.
it. Yeah.
And Houston, Texas. That is the. You know what? I always want to say that is the genre of music that is exclusive to. Now it's not Bayou City stuff. It's actually Houston, isn't it? It's Houston. It's a Houston sound.
It's an H-time.
So anybody's listening, if you're streaming in from other parts of the nation or the world, if you will, and you're going screw, how do you tie it together? That's what it is. There's a sound of music that comes out of the city where you take the normal BPM of a track and you slow it down. And when you slow it down, it's called screwed, and then every now and then it's chopped and screwed.
Right.
So you got a piece called chopped. No, I'm joking.
Ha ha ha.
I'm just kidding.
No, but it's a TV show on Food Network.
Ooh, he's got snap come back. I like that. Where can we find you?
You can find me at 9 the Poet, NYNE the THE Poet, POET. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter with that handle, and I go by my actual government name on Facebook, but I think I'm gonna change it. But it's Ahmad, AHMAD, HYGH.
Okay, y'all got that? And what you got any upcoming?
I'm gonna be at Dolce on Friday nights.
So you're with me.
Indigo on Thursday nights. Sugar Hill on Sunday nights. We do poetry all the time. Sometimes I'm here tonight, but sometimes I might be on the north side at Vibe Lounge, or I want to give a shout out to Avant Garden. You can Google all of these places, and as soon as you type, half the word is gonna come up, guys. Yeah. Okay.
So tell me about the movement, if you will. Being where I got oh man, I forgot your name.
Wow.
Anyway, I got him in here in the studio with me, and I just found out he's from Baltimore. We just found out we're both from the East. He's from Baltimore. Really, Virginia's the South. I don't know why I keep saying that. But
Virginia's the South.
We're Northern Virginia, so it's close to D.C.
Okay.
But anyway, poetry and the spoken word movement is long-standing. It's nothing new about it. It seems to be here. It seems to be sort of a newer movement, if you will. So how long have you been, both of you all been performing?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I've been performing. This is going on 5 years for me now.
Okay.
So I've been doing it for 5 years.
Okay.
I started when I was 19. I'm 31 now.
Okay. Okay. See,
You
that's
can tell your age.
Yeah.
I'm 31 too.
Hey, she fine though. Like I'm just
I
here.
think
You know what I'm
she's a model,
saying?
too. They
Yeah,
were
like
talking in the background. She,
like,
I think she models
my
or
voice
something, but
is
anyway.
I'm
is
just a brand ambassador for Truly You Curls product. You know,
Let's see.
natural hair.
Get it out
a
there.
shameless plug. You see that? You see that entrepreneurship?
And
It's a beautiful thing.
yeah, she has all this beautiful, puffy, natural, poofy hair. It's
I know.
Good stuff. Good
I
stuff.
know.
Uh-huh.
Until
So-
it get humid outside.
So that's about, what, you said 19 to 31, so that's 19, 20. Get the math right now.
Go ahead, take it down.
And then it's 10, 11,
I can
that's
pull up my
12
calculator.
years.
Just about somewhere in there.
12 years.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay, so it's not a new.
It's not new, but it's new to people because I think we as people we're rhythmic individuals. We need that metronome in our life where when we hear something, we need that beat to just, hey, yeah. And then when you hear poetry, especially in the spoken word variety with no beat behind it, you know, a lot of people aren't trained to understand what they're hearing. And sometimes, you know, as poets, we might take our job too serious and be a little too deep over folks' head, whatever have you. But, you know, it's a slow process that's I've been doing it for 12 years. And the funny part about it is the guy who put me on, he been doing it for like, it seemed like 22 years.
What was that?
Seven the poet.
Oh, 7? Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's-
Kid, Kodak,
Yeah,
got
Kodak, the
Squad.
squad, the team.
So I'm familiar with equality.
Equality,
Okay.
Correga.
Yeah.
Shout out to who else? To Savvy and
Yes.
Zaida.
Okay.
Outspoken Being. We can do this all night, man. But I don't think we have enough time
Poetry
to.
Lounge, Houston.com.
Yeah.
And so you well received is what I'm trying to go at.
That's
This,
what we-
this
yeah.
is a well received movement. So when you
We do
when
this.
you have your events at your venues,
It's
you get
live.
okay.
It's popping. It's people there. It's not like when you walk in there and it's like a dude in a dashiki with some incense, like
That's what people think
welcome
too.
to the poetry. Snap, snap, snap.
You will have such a good time at a poetry
Man, you
event.
gonna
Like
turn
it's
up, you gonna
nothing what
stand
you
up,
think.
you gonna dance, you gonna meet somebody, you gonna drink good
Stuff.
good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But
you
you're gonna have a good time.
man,
Like it is not the
you gonna
whole,
come in there dry and cute, and you gonna leave sweating like you done been to a Beyonce concert.
Oh.
We gonna hold you down.
Huh.
Oh yeah, we gonna take care of you,
Okay. Now see, are you
and we
old?
celebrate people's birthdays. I'm just saying.
Next few months, see, we're gonna talk more and more about that because it's just like a perception that, like you just said, that you're gonna go in and it's gonna be this real underground, deep
Yeah,
kind of
with the
soulful movement.
bongos.
Now, I don't particularly find anything wrong with that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying
Right,
now, but
right.
when you say turn up, we'll just we'll get more into that as time goes on because I think, like you said, people just need to. They want to. You're trying to find a way to get them to embrace what you're about to do without the entire evening being on this.
Yeah,
monotone
like you can
vibe.
have fun and be progressive and be positive and
Yeah.
still enjoy yourself.
you still get your message across.
Right.
No matter how deep it is,
Right.
whatever it is, you still get your message across.
We
and
are
it's
still
received.
people. We love to party. We love
Yeah.
to fraternize. We want to be in the midst of something that's special and cool and vivacious.
Yeah. So did y'all hear that? It's a combination of deep and messaging, and fun and crunk.
It's a cool.
All in
Yeah,
one.
absolutely.
You can
All in
mix up
one.
everything.
All in one. I swear. Yeah, you'll have a great time.
All right, we're getting ready to get right back into another piece from both of them. Pace Poetry is going to kick it off, and then we're going to wrap up this segment, you guys, with Nine the Poet. So what's this piece called?
Okay, this piece is called Road Less Travel. This is a piece I actually wrote 5 years ago, my first year of teaching at a school, and this is what I just witnessed being first year teacher. It's my first year of teaching. As I walked into my classroom, our future gazed into my eyes. Our future consists of a generation blinded by designer names and visions of fame, lost in a facade of reality TV, with dreams of becoming the next newly discovered love and hip-hop star. They're naive to their own reality, clueless to knowing that if a prefix begins a word, then a suffix ends a word, and the root word is the root of the problem. They will need to know that they are a noun and a verb must follow them in order to dictate the action needed to break the generational curse succumbed of welfare, Section 8, and lies told to the government only to receive that monthly $674 supplemental income that's used to get hair and nails did while the daughter's hair is all over her head because the mom tried to part lines and plait braids by candlelight. Their priorities have been tainted. They wake up energetically before sunrise to be the first to stand in line to cop the new J's, but don't understand the significance in standing in pole lines to help continue to reconstruct American history that our ancestors sacrificed their lives so that our voices cannot be heard. This I don't give a damn mentality has been passed down to our kids. What was once banned and prohibited is now a frivolous privilege taken for granted. Our kids are slipping through the cracks, not trying to find a way out but a way back. I have 7th graders reading on the 1st grade level, not able to spell sight words, ignorant to knowing that if 8 times 4 equals 32, then 32 divided by 8 equals 4, and the probability of them never needing to know this in their future is 0 to none. But it's not all their fault. They've barely reached puberty. Their minds are only guiding them as far as they've been exposed to see. Hypocritically, I can no longer stand here and rant and rave about what they do or don't do, or what they know or don't know, because I've looked into their eyes. I've seen that child that used to be me, on the verge of slipping through the cracks, by far from the perfect child. Virginity broken at 13, miscarriage under my belt at 14, and a full-fledged mother at 17. Let me repeat it. Virginity broken at 13, miscarriage under my belt at 14, and a full-fledged mother at 17. I won't put on a mirage or paint a pretty picture of myself. I'm a single mother of 2. My boys don't share the same last name. I have notches on my bedpost, and many of my choices have left me with lifelong scars. But what separates me from these kids is that I always knew better so that I can do better. I was always given hope so that I can become better. I believe that there's a reason and a season for everything. I know that I've been placed in their lives for a reason, to sow seeds in their hearts. So when it's harvest time, they can blossom and sprout, leaving with the knowledge knowing that their journey may not be easy at times to handle, but they should always choose their road less traveled. Ace Poetry.
Wow. I wanna close with I know I sent in a poem called The Box about jail, but we've been talking about this political stuff, and I really feel like I should close with a love poem. It's really short. It's to uplift our black women. We don't do that enough as people, you know what I mean? And I just want to, tell everybody out there, we love you, not just myself, but everybody in this room. We love you collectively as one. You guys are awesome. So this poem is called She's Beautiful. And before I do it, I want to give a shout out to Hannah Barner and The Shout. We're trying to kill racism, sexism, classism in our community, and we'll talk about that at another day. But The Shout, look it up. It's awesome. Here we go. She's beautiful. Molded from God, sculpted from her mom, elegance streams through her genes with the walk of a goddess. Thicker than a snicker with the mind of a scholar, she's gorgeous, intelligent. Beyond your P's and Q's if you want to holler, her faith will move mountains. One sip from her fountain to keep you quenched for years, her potential is boundless. In tune with her, in touch with her jealousy, in tune with her tears. Heaven only knows the recipe. It'll show in her kids. Self-esteem deafening, ego settling. She doesn't let it go to her head. She knows she fine. Hence the daily compliments. An all-American girl. Her beauty has been measured in other continents. In a materialistic world, she's a Sierra Mist of consciousness. Refreshing indeed. To hear her sing is a blessing. She's made to be respected. Feet pretty, back gorgeous, scent chilling, perfection. Rest at the center point of her nose, the beginning of her face, and behind that, her beautiful smile. It speaks volumes. Oh.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting on it.
Oh, Miss Melodic felt some kind of way over there. It was a melodic vibe.
I was in it.
Yeah, she was in there. She was in the pocket, y'all.
Yeah.
Come see us.
That was that deep
Come
voice.
check it. I turn it on when I want to. Hey, ladies, what's up?
Yeah, that was a great
Amon
switch
High
up
on
there.
Facebook.
Yeah.
NYNE.
Thank you guys for coming in, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
what you've done, Houston, and listening audience. We hope that we've made you, proud. It's not that this is the first time this has been done, on radio. It's just that for this, time slot, just trying something new, trying to add and build to the programming. And I think this was very appropriate and sophisticated in the messaging and the, you know, and the fun and I have, this is my first time meeting either one of them. I will confess, I do not get out to the poetry seminar.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We
You
won't
can start.
judge you.
Yes, you can always start.
You can always come. The church doors are open.
Right.
See, he said his age. I'm not going to even talk about
That's irrelevant,
how old
you know.
I am, and you know, a lot
That's
of times
irrelevant.
the turn up for me is turned up. It's just, as a matter of fact, right now we're in the studio. This is another confession, by the way. I come in here about as dumbed down as I could possibly come, and he's got cameras and lights, and we're on live morning like
Not
this. So
bad.
y'all
It gets
about to
real.
see me,
It
and
gets
you know,
real.
probably seeing me in
We're
raw
just down too.
state.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I'm
but,
about to go get some tacos, so ain't nobody tripping.
tacos.
Yeah, buddy.
Not tacos.
Y'all ain't getting no time.
Before we leave, I want to shout out to the illustrious Prairie View A&M University. What's up, baby? Labor Day Classic is going down.
And that's it. And there you have it. Okay.
U of H.
The Cougars?
Go
The-
Cougs.
Okay.
Go
Okay.
Cougs.
So we got Panthers, Cougars,
Kids.
and Tigers. Yeah, I'm a Bison, by the way. Anyway. And who is this over here? That's, as a matter of fact, in the studio
That
with
is
us?
my dear friend, my camera guy, my web guy, my everything that deals with technology guy. That is Lacey Lee Webster.
You know what? You can
And we
tell
went to
people that
school
like to
together.
be behind the scenes
We
because
went
as soon as
to-
you mention it and we start talking about him, he's like,
We went to PhD together.
just don't tell me to get on the mic.
He needs to be my sound guy. I knew him first. I don't even know how is this happening right now. Like, I
I'm
need
just saying,
to
he's been holding
figure.
me down for about six years now.
I knew this
7
boy
years.
since 2005. What you saying? What you saying?
Y'all got any shout outs real quick?
Sure.
My mama.
Yeah, I like to
Okay.
shout out my mama, my two boys who are here, Sean and Stefan,
Oh,
all my
baby
siblings,
Naima, what's up,
my
little
brother
mama?
who,
You
my
need to be
brother
asleep.
who is
You shouldn't be listening to me right now.
Yeah, my brother who is listening, I want to give him a shout out. He made sure he hit me on Twitter, so they'll say
Yeah.
what's up. And
Yeah.
everybody, Remy, everybody who's hit me and said that they were listening, Corey. And also, remember to log on to poetryloungehouston.com
Bow,
and
bow,
do that,
bow.
and also pacepoetry.com, and you will see that I have a book as well called Awakening the Pace of Love that you can order on Amazon.
All right,
Thank you.
caller, don't hang up. We're getting ready to get to you right now. Thank you guys for coming in.
Thank
Y'all have a
you.
good night.
Peace.